What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we are test fitting the beautiful Panamera wheels on the wagon. It's also Wednesday. It's literally Wheel Wednesday, the perfect day for a test fit. For anyone who's new, let me explain the current wheel setup on the car. That way you can see where we're at and where we are going. So currently we have a set of 18x8 Porsche Cayenne S3 wheels in the car, 18x8 in the front, 18x8 in the rear, ET53 for all of them, 40mm adapter in the front, 45mm in the rear. So final offset is 18x8 ET13 front, 18x8 ET7 in the rear. They fit the car very nicely. Honestly, I love the setup. I've been wanting to go to 19s, which is what these are, but these do fit the car very nicely. I have room to definitely go lower, but it's a daily car. It's fully functional. I can put parts in the car, people in the car, nothing rubs, full lock left and right. Very nice but functional setup, which is what I like. So one final look here and one final look there before we test fit our brand new setup, which these are Porsche Panamera turbo wheels, 19x9 in the front, 19x10 in the rear, ET60 front, ET61 in the rear. So I'm thinking we'll do a 30mm adapter in the rear and leave the 40 in the front. So we'll have 19x9 ET20 for these ones, and then 19x10 ET31 in the rear, which I think should be fine. Hopefully enough back spacing to not hit the strut, but I think we'll be okay. So wheels are on, and I gotta say I love the look on the car, but a little bit wide. Gotta make it work. So currently this is the 10 in the rear. I have to wait and see once it's on the ground, but there's actually a ton of room back here, surprisingly enough. So right now there's only a 30mm adapter in. So this is 19x10 ET31. We could go to a smaller adapter, maybe like a 20mm, maybe even less than that, because I have so much space back here. So this could definitely be brought back in, no problem. Now the front, we have the 40mm. I can go down to a 30mm. You can see how the front sits. Again, once the car compresses, it should tuck in a little bit as well. But in the front, not near as much room between the KWs and the barrel, maybe one finger width. So this is a 40mm. I'm gonna try and go down to a 30mm. It may still clear. We might be able to go down to like a 25 if I need to, but I think from there going down to the 30mm should be enough. Plus the car kind of cambering itself in a little bit. I think it'll be okay. But the overall look, the black and the silver, is good. It's so bright now. Like, I love seeing these wheels, but they're very dark. They kind of blend into the car. Now we have nice bright wheels that stick out. I love it. So I'm gonna get some wood under the back wheel, lower the car down, see if it's compressed, and then we'll go from there. But I think we'll be okay. Also talking to Chris, he said we can do a 215/35 on a 10. It'll be more stretch than the front, but it is doable. So if I need that extra little bit of stretch to make it work, we could do that. Ideally 215/35 front, 225/35 in the rear if I change the adapter around, but I think we can make all this work. Yo, this looks insane. So when the car was up in the air, the wheels slipped out a little bit. I was a little bit worried they were looking super wide, but now the car's on the ground and it's like all compressed and stuff. Oh. Yo, hyped is an understatement. Holy crap, silver wheels look killer on the wagon. And look at the fitment. So this is the rear. Pokes out just a little bit, but not bad at all. Again, we have so much room to work with back here. We can go in if we need to, but I think the 30mm in the rear should be fine. Oh, that's so good. And the front, that was looking really, really wide. Honestly, not that bad. And again, I have the 40 in now. I'm gonna swap to the 30. That'll bring us in 10 more millimeters, and we should be sitting spot on. And look how good they look on the car. What is that? I've been wanting 19s for so long. I did want Bentley 5-spokes. I still do. At one point I'll get some, but I just wanted 19s. And have these 19s on a Mark IV is just it. You can get away with 17s if you have air or bigger tire, which I had for a while. Actually, this is my third set of Porsche wheels. On the Bora wagon, we have the 17-inch Porsche Twist, and then also we have the Cayenne wheels in the Bora wagon, and then Cayenne wheels to this wagon, and now the Panamera wheels on this wagon. And whew, just the bigger wheel, like the bigger face, just fills it out so well. I cannot wait to have tires and actually get the setup on the car. So spicy. I'll show you this side again. This side has a bit of poke to it as well. You can see how it sticks out, which honestly, this face is about where this one is. Maybe this one's a little bit more, but honestly not by much. But this will have a much bigger stretch, so getting us in there and not worry about any rubbing issues, which the car doesn't rub now anyways. But full shot of this side, which again, Cayenne wheels look dope. Love this setup, but you know, you gotta change it up every now and then, and whew, yeah, that's it. These wheels plus the full Zender body kit, the wagon is gonna be looking spicy for EuroTripper, which I haven't talked about too much, and I guess I'll say it now. The hopeful plan, possible, if I can make it all work, is to bring all of my cars to EuroTripper, which means the Mark II, the Mark IV, Miley, the Pink Floyd, and the Savoy. There's a bit of work that each car needs. Nothing too crazy, but it's still, that's 5 cars to get ready and bring down there. But that is the possible plan, to have all the cars in Fort Myers for EuroTripper. If not EuroTripper, then possibly have all the cars in Helen. We'll have to see. It's a lot to coordinate. It's a lot of cars and a lot of parts to do for each one, but I think hopefully we can make it happen. Also, if you want to help support that, join the Patreon, link down below. Directly supports the channel. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff on there. A lot of the questions you guys ask in the comments all the time, they've been answered on Patreon, but I'm not gonna put it on here just because it's not necessary. That's our own separate little group. We have plenty of conversations about wheels, suspension, cars, plans for things, a bunch of stuff over there. So if you want to join the Patreon, help support the channel, link down below. But currently that is the current plan, to hopefully have all of the cars at EuroTripper. We'll see. Again, it's 5 cars and it's kind of a far drive. We'll see. If anything, the wagon will be there, and maybe Miley, or maybe a couple of the cars, maybe not all the cars, but we'll try and get everything done. There's still a handful of things that each car needs, and again, it's a lot of cars. But at the current moment, I'm focused right here because the wagon looks so good. Look at the sky. Look at the palm trees, the blue sky, the wagon. Ooh, this right here, whole vibe. Loving this. And eventually, I love my my nice red calipers, but eventually I want some Porsche brakes behind the Porsche wheels, because that'll be a super nice OEM plus looking setup. Yep, that's it. I just keep staring at it, but like that is it. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the 40mm off, put the 30 on, and just double check fitment in the front. Even, I mean, honestly, even the 40 is kind of fine, but 30, a little bit more breathing room because the front does have to turn and stuff. So put the 30 in there, and I think the rear's fine, honestly. I'll have to see if they make like a 20mm or 25. And I can go in a bit more if I really needed to, but I don't think I need to, honestly. Oh, it's so good. One more look. One more. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. So 40mm out, 30mm in. We have about, I would say, 5mm back here, but we're not touching the strut. It clears all the way around. And now our fitment is, I would say, spot on. Exactly where I want it to be, good to go. So now this is 19 by 9 ET40? No, ET30. 19 by 9 ET30 in the front. It was ET20, now we're ET30. And the rear is still the same, 19 by 10 ET31, which I think I will swap this one. They do sell a 20mm adapter. Bring this in 10 mil, and it'll be like just like the front is. Spot on with the fender, because I don't want to add a bunch of camber. I do, however, think the 30 will still work, but if we could bring it in 10 mil, that would be nice. So I think the pair, it's like 50 bucks on eBay to get two 20mm 5x100 to 5x130 adapters. So I'll have to order those, and then we'll be set. Love to see it. Love to see it. So with seeing what I'm seeing now, 215 35 in the front, that'll be perfect here, good to go. And then the rear will do 225 35. That way the stretch in the rear matches the stretch in the front, and then a bit bigger tire for the 10, and everything should sit really nice. Whew, I'm excited. I love when test fits go just how you want them to. So yeah, Porsche Panamera wheels on the wagon. I'm not claiming I'm the first, but I haven't seen any other Mark IVs with these wheels. I'm sure it's been done, I just haven't seen it yet. So if you see a picture of it, send it to me, because I want to see more cars on these wheels, because they look really good, and I want to see how they did it. But for right now, there she is. Woo. Oh, it's so good. So we have to get tires ordered, 2 rear adapters, and then the setup can all come together. Even though we're changing it up on the wagon, and I've wanted to change it up for a while now, can't deny the fact the Cayenne wheels in this color look so good on this car. This was such a good setup. The wheels are not for sale. I will use them again at some point for something, I don't know what, but at some point they'll go back onto another car. I still want a Mark IV GLI. I wouldn't put these, maybe the small tire on a Mark III. 18 is big for a Mark III, but it has been done and it can look good. So maybe a small tire for a Mark III or for another Mark IV. I don't know, but, oh, and the sun's coming out too, woo! Yeah, definitely not a bad setup. Also, I really wish they made a 205/40 in 19, and unfortunately they do not, because I would do 205/40 on the 9 and 215/40 on the 10, and we'd be perfectly set. But unfortunately, I think the first 40 series they start with in 19 is a 225 or a 235 that you can get in a 40, and that's just too big. So I think we're gonna do 215/35. I've said it a million times, but again, 215/35 front, 225/35 rear, and we should be set. I really don't want the car to be any lower than it currently sits. I like the height. I don't mind that it has a little bit of gap. It's a daily vehicle, and I'm not trying to explode the front of this car. Plus, once a Xender kit's on the car, that bumper is very expensive, very rare, and I don't want to destroy it. The ultimate goal eventually, this car will be on air, and at that point we can air out and sit nearly fender to lip and be good to go. But until that point, the height of the car currently, I think it's perfect. Current plan, I think I'll have the Panamera wheels on Friday. I plan on going down to, it used to be called Action Tire, now it's called SG Auto Works, but Chris, the homie, who used to always do my wheels back when I lived here, down to him because he has tires. And then I don't know if the adapters will be here by then, but again, the 30 in the rear will still work. It might be a little bit aggressive, but it's just will be fun. And I want to take the car to Ace Cafe, because this Friday is the 3rd Friday of the month, which is Volkswagen night, Audi night at Ace Cafe. So hopefully Panamera wheels on the wagon, Ace Cafe Friday night, and all is well in the world. We'll see. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.